Hello and welcome back to my Git and GitHub for Beginners series. In this video, I'll talk a bit more about GitHub and introduce you to concepts such as the GitHub flow and pull requests. So far, I've been mostly talking about Git in the past videos. If you remember from my first video about basic Git concepts, I briefly explained that Git and GitHub are not the same thing. While Git is our version control system for our code, GitHub is an online code hosting platform for version control and collaboration. With GitHub, you can work on different projects from other people all over the world. GitHub is currently one of the most popular resources for developers and testers to share code and work on projects together. There are also other alternatives to GitHub such as GitLab and Bitbucket, but GitHub is one of the most popular. To get started with GitHub, you need to sign up for a free account, so head over to github.com, click the sign up button, and just follow the instructions as you see it. Once you have an account, go ahead and sign into your account. You should then land on this dashboard page. If this is your first time signing up to GitHub, you might not see much activities, but once you get into it, your dashboard should display activities from other projects that you follow or you've been added to. It should also display a list of repos that you have created over time, and it also suggests repositories that might be of interest to you. So far in this tutorial series, I've shown how you can create a local repo. GitHub also lets you create a new repo via their user interface, which I'll demonstrate in a sec. When you create a new repo in GitHub, it's a common practice to add a README file. A README file tells other people what your project is about, how they can run your project, or how they can contribute to it, among other things. To create a brand new repo, we just need to click the New button. Let's give our repo a name and open it up to the public. Let's also add a README file. Note that this step can be skipped as well if you want to import an existing repository instead, which we'll look at in a future video. I'll keep the rest of the options unchanged and then click the Create Repository button. Once that's finished, you should now see your public repo created, which contains a simple README file so far. Aside from being a hosting platform for version control, GitHub also excels as a collaboration tool. One of the key concepts to know when starting to work with GitHub is the GitHub flow. The GitHub flow was designed by GitHub to simplify how teams can collaborate. It focuses on the concept of branching and asking for code reviews and/or feedback before merging a new change to the main branch. Let's look into the GitHub flow in more detail. With GitHub flow, there are two types of branches in play, the main branch and a feature branch. When you work on a new project and want to introduce new changes, you simply create a feature branch out of the main branch and work on the changes. Once you're happy with the changes, you commit the changes to the feature branch and you submit a pull request. A pull request in GitHub tells others about new changes you have pushed to a branch on GitHub. Once a pull request is open, you can discuss the proposed changes with other collaborators and they can add comments to it and request more changes, to which you add follow-up commits to the branch. When everyone is happy with the pull request, the branch is then approved and merged back to the main branch. Let me quickly demo how the GitHub flow works. To create a new branch in GitHub, let's click this button here which says Main Branch and give our feature branch a name of Update README. Once that's created, I'm going to make a simple change by clicking this pencil icon and update the README file with some new text. Let's commit the changes to our feature branch by clicking the Commit Changes button. In real-life projects, changes will be more complicated than this, of course. You should see that the changes you made should be added in the Update README branch. To start the pull request review, let's click the Pull Request button and create a new pull request between the Update README and the main branch by clicking the Compare and Pull Request button. When doing a pull request, the title will normally be the commit message, but you can change this as you please to make it more descriptive. Some teams also follow the conventional commit message standard. You are also encouraged to add a clear description of your change to make it easier for your team to understand. Teams often have a pull request template to standardize their pull request process a bit more. I'll cover how you can create a pull request template on a future video. When creating pull requests, you can also see the changes you have done on which files. Once you are happy with the pull request, just click the Create Pull Request button. To start reviewing changes, click the Files Change button, and since this is a very simple change, I'm going to click the Review Changes drop-down and add a comment. Because I created the pull request myself, the option to approve this is disabled because this needs to be approved by someone else. So I'll just demonstrate how to add comments to the pull request. To submit your comment, click the Submit Review button. Most teams have merging rules in place in their GitHub projects. A common rule is that the feature branch can only be merged if all comments have been resolved and approved. We'll look at how we can set this up in the future, but for now, our feature branch is ready to be merged. To merge this, just simply click the Merge Pull Request button and confirm the merge. It's also good practice to delete the branch afterwards for branch cleanup, so go ahead and click the Delete Branch button. After merging the changes, you can click the Code button to go back to the project, and you should see the changes from the feature branch merge in our main branch. And there you have it. In this video, I quickly explain what GitHub is, how to create a repo in GitHub, and introduce you to the GitHub flow. If this is the first video that you've watched, make sure to check out my Git and GitHub for Beginners playlist. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy content like this.